And then now with Trae, the transition with me and Trae was we did a lot of records together.
That
Especially
first
with
album, man, you all over that, man.
oh yeah, the don't
On I think what was the album? Was that
Losing Composure.
Losing Composure?
Yeah, I
Losing
did songs like
Composure.
Days of My Life,
Yeah,
Stay Out of My
yeah,
Way, uh, These Niggas Better Stay Out My
yeah,
Way,
yeah,
Slow
yeah,
Loud and Banging.
yeah.
We will gunplay. So there's a lot of records, with Trae. We had a lot of fun recording those records. Trae let me be who I needed to be, who I wanted to be on those records.
Hmm.
Hey, I need you to write this hook, Cook. Sometimes I hear people say write this hook, Cook. I'll be thinking that they just doing it just to rhyme, but it just so happened it just worked out that way.
Hmm.
And did a lot of songs with ABN,
Mm-hmm.
with Slab, Slow Down and Banging. Those records migrated with me overseas to Japan. Um, Started doing a lot of records with Big Pokey on Dope Game 2000 and
Mm-hmm.
3000.
Mm-hmm.
From
That
Lil
dope
O, My
game
Loved
2000,
Ones, so many
man,
records, so many hits.
man, come on, man.
And then today, new records is the
But we
most
can't
important
before we
thing
even
to me.
get to the new one though, because we skipped over that monster, that Platinum in the Ghetto. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Platinum in the Ghetto. Now that record here. I feel like it was Houston's the heart of Houston. That record because and that was another record that was an instant hit. Took me the same amount of time I went in there with. Well, a little bit longer than the one with Superstar Fat Pat. This was a little longer, but I was over there recording with uh with Lil Keke. I had I think a few other artists was over there at the time. We were recording that record. That was with Sinclair at his studio. A lot of people remember Sinclair, and I think he's recording in ATL right now. Um, and worked with some of the greatest producers and engineers, like from Mike Dean, who's mixed a lot of these records with
Mm-hmm.
me and Lil Keke, me and Ro, me and Trae. Um, it's been a blessing.
Yeah.
These records grew me up in this industry because I didn't know my worth in the beginning, but now I do. And that's what's given me, um, I think, the slight edge. I have a sound that was on 90% of the records. So when you say favorite artists to work with or records, really, my favorite was working with everybody, really, truly.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Man, you were talking about your new joints though.
New joints. My new joints, I've been working with artists like in the Zydeco field, in the trail ride blues field, working with Jeter Jones, working with my baby brother. Well, not my baby brother, but I consider my baby brother because I'm the oldest. So Marcel Casanova,
Hmm.
he got a song that really went big, and it had features like me, Cupid, Jeter Jones, Queso Rocks, and Chris Cook. And so it was a real big record. And oh, and let's see, I have it's a lot of records, man. Let's just say, let's see. Uh, oh, yeah. One of my good friends, and I can't leave him out because he came to Houston and took me on a tour that also was one of the biggest changes in my life in the music, and because I was a grinder. I think that I did a lot of work like most of the rappers did as an R&B artist, and that what set me apart because I grinded because I was a real singer on records. And so when Juvenile came to Houston, I became a part of one of the first members out of UTP with me, Corey C, Wacko, Young Buck, and Skip.
Hmm.
And went all the way to California. We did a lot of work together. Me and Juvie, we just 1 month apart of each other, so we're the same age. I'm in February, he in March, and we grinded a lot. We was all in Nashville recording on Music Row. We did a lot of work together, and a lot of respect for him because he took a lot of people under his wing. Juvie has a big heart,
Hmm.
and Juvie took a lot of people on the road with him. He had two buses, two tour buses on the road, and he paid out of his pocket. So that lets you know how much he believed in people. Is because he he was no stranger to grind or hard work. He came from the hood, came from the projects. So he knew how hard it is. He knew when somebody wanted to make it. So I'm gonna be the first one to get you out of here. And so he was a big inspiration, big impact on me too as well because I changed my whole singing flow up with him, and that's how I met 50 Cent
Hmm.
when 50 Cent was in Houston before we left out. So I only met him one time, but the style I had and because I could sing was so unique when it came down to rap singing. So you hear a lot of people rap singing and doing that, but I was doing it at Jones High School.
Hmm.
So I came out with it way back in the day. I just didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't perfected. Almost like when you watch these Japanese anime, like Baki. I don't know. I'm probably over some people's head when it's Japanese anime, but I got inspired with a lot of stuff because I was able to go out of the country and experience different things. And I took all of that I was learning and what I was hearing and what I was seeing, and that's what you hear into my music. So I may be an original, but if I was trying to be like somebody else, I could only be a copy.
Hmm.
And so no matter what, anybody can try to do what I do, it's going to be hard because they have to because I use my experiences to create my style.
Hmm.
Donnie Houston.